How's it going, guys? We are now in Season 7 of the Vegas Golden Knights Franchise Mode Series. As you can see here, NHL team has 95 offense, 93 defense, 92 goaltending. AHL team, 82 offense, 82 defense, and 80 goaltending. I was actually looking at the free agency market, and I think there's a couple of solid players available, so I think we have the contract spots. We can sign them. They don't look too expensive, and they're actually pretty solid. As you guys can see here, first off, Svechnikov still isn't signed. We traded him to the Islanders, and they don't have the cap space, I'm guessing, so that kind of sucks for them. Right here, though, this Sandsfason guy, I have no idea how to pronounce his name. 23 years old, 83 overall, only wants 750K. Potential there is only AHL top 2D, but I mean, he's already 83 overall, so might as well give him a big contract here. Hopefully he signs. That's a free, solid young defenseman. Also, I noticed this Ovechkin guy, 24 years old, 81 overall. He doesn't want a two-way deal, but I mean, he'll probably just play in the AHL for us, maybe get called up. I figure, though, if we can sign him, it's a pretty solid deal. Either he helps with the AHL team or gives us some depth when people get injured. So I just kind of noticed both those guys available in free agency. I'm guessing they were kind of like late bloomers and just kind of spiked in overall at the end of the summer, and that's why they weren't signed yet. So I'll see if those guys sign, and if they do, I'll show you guys the lines after they sign. And as you guys can see, Ovechkin did sign. Same with the Sandsfason guys, so that's awesome to see. We'll go at the lines really quick and show you guys what they're looking like. So here's a look at the lines, guys. Obviously, both those guys are AHL signings, so NHL team hasn't changed at all. First line there, we have Andronov, Barzal, Nylander. Sick first line, Palmieri, Strome, Benson on the second. Connor, Draisaitl, Seabrook on the third. Seabrook's the guy we actually drafted 2 years ago. Looks like he's going to be a very good player. Poirier, Velarde, and Strome there on the fourth line. Defense here, we have Olas. We actually drafted him. The other guy we drafted a year ago, Olas, we drafted 2 years ago. He's an absolute beast. 21 years old, 92 overall. Immediately potential as a defenseman. Paired up there with Ceci, Dumba, and Vandenbush on the second line, and then Graham and Liljegren there on the third pair. In goal, of course, we have Corby Salas still, very good starting goaltender with Saros there backing him up. AHL team here, we have DeMayo, Ovechkin, and Artuka on the first line, Zubov, Vegemite, Hansen on the second, Tikhonov, Grumet, Morris, Connolly on the third, and then Kavasha, Chittle, and Kabitsky on the fourth. Looking at the defense here in the AHL, it's actually very solid. So that Sandsfason guy, like I said, I have no idea how to say his name. I think he's made up, so it's not a big deal. First pair there was Sean Day, Peros and Heiskanen on the second, and then Yashin and Nikitin on the third. And then in goal here, we have Hallinan and Sanders. So AHL team's looking really good. NHL team's looking really good. If you guys missed the last episode, we actually won the President's Trophy after finishing like last, and second last in the 3 years prior. So team is finally starting to turn around. Hoping for another successful season this year. Also, guys, quickly, I just want to say my voice sounds a little bit weird. I've got a stuffy nose, so hopefully you can just bear with me for it. Just going to try to grind through this. But like I was saying, looking forward to a good season here. We'll start the sim and see what happens. So just finished simming through October, and as you guys can see, we had a pretty solid first month there. 7-2 record. AHL teams 2-0-2. Fan happiness 69. Hopefully that can come up a bit. Locker room chemistry there 83 is pretty solid. Also, I just realized too, I forgot to show you guys the owner goals for this season. Obviously, we're considered a contender after winning the President's Trophy last year. Also, I think it has a lot to do with like your team rating. So even if you had a bad season last year, if you have a really good team rating, you're gonna have like a higher team status or whatever it is. Where is it? Here we go. So owner goals. Like I was saying, we're considered a contender. Our 3 owner goals this year. Primary goal: win the Stanley Cup. That's going to be tough to do. If we do it, we get an extra 100K to spend on whatever. Secondary goals there, finish first in our division. We did that last year, so hopefully we can do it again. And then have at least 85% concession fan happiness. So as long as I keep the concessions like repaired and never below, say, like 60, I think that can happen, especially if we have, a good year. A lot of people come to the games. We'll see what happens. I think at least 2 or, I don't know, the Stanley Cup's tough. We should be able to get at least the division one, maybe the concession one. We'll see what happens with the owner goals. So now at the end of November here, we have a record of 15-8-4. AHL team there 10-5-3, so not too bad. Fan happiness is way up at 83. Locker room chemistry there 86. Currently, I think second in our division. Second place there, 34 points, just a win behind Calgary. So pretty good start so far. So it's now the end of December here. We have a record of 23-11-4. AHL team there 6-7-5, so still doing very well. Fan happiness there up to an 86 now. Let's see where we are in the division standings. We should still be pretty high. We'll take a look here. 50 points, now 1 back at Calgary. Pretty good lead down the rest of the field. So hopefully keep this going. I think we have enough cap space. We can probably try to make a couple moves at the deadline and make another run at the Stanley Cup. Alright guys, we're now at the All-Star break in January. Still have a very solid record of 33-14-5. AHL team there also very solid record, 22-9-8. Here we'd see where we are in the division standings. Also in the entire league, take a look at the leading scorers. So 71 points is actually first place in the Pacific right now. One other thing I wanted to show you guys, decided to just kind of check the activity feed and see if maybe finally it'll show who made the All-Star game from our team, and it actually does. Hopefully I don't have to go down too far here. There he is, Marcus Olas. Thrilled to walk in the rink today and find out he was awarded a spot in the All-Star game. So I'm not sure when they started actually like having our players in the All-Star game, as they didn't for the first 3 or 4 seasons, so I kind of stopped checking, but finally got one in there. Also, a little further down, I actually see we have a second player there, so I'm guessing this is like the first time we've had 2 guys. Right there you can see Golden Knights players / coaches were happy to hear their teammate Jonas Korpisalo will be playing the All-Star game. So, like I was saying, not sure when we started getting players in the All-Star game. We didn't have any for, I think, the first at least like 4 seasons. I didn't check the last couple times, so that's good to see though. Like I was saying too, we're going to check where we are in the entire standings right now. It would be pretty awesome if we're actually first place again. Barzal there actually looks to be our leading scorer, so we'll check out who else is doing good. After this, we actually are first place right now. Calgary, who's second in our division, is also second, and that's the team that beat us in the playoffs last year in the Western Conference Finals, so it might be a really good matchup again this year. Leading scorers on our team here, Barzal with 47 points in 50 games. He's an 89 right now. Right behind him, we're actually tied with him, is Nylander, also at 47. He's up 1 overall right now, too, to a 91. Benson there is 44, so he's having a really good year. Olas there, 40 as a defenseman, now a 93 overall, just insane. And he's still making a rookie deal there of $925K. He's going to get a huge contract, though, at the end of this season. Palmieri there is 37. Stroma's 34. Draisaitl 27. Andronov 27. Graham there's got 27. That's pretty good. Third pairing D. Point every other game, basically. Liljegren 25 is not bad. He's also at a point every other game. Connor 23. CC 23. He's an 89 now, too. Strome there 17. Seabrook 16. So not too bad. He's playing like third line right wing. He's also up in overall. Dumba there's got 14. Flaherty's got 12. Not too bad for fourth line center. Poirier at 9, been injured a bit this year. Vandenbush, whatever his name is, has 6. Hansen 4, he got called up. Same with Peros there, Zubov. I think all these guys were just call-ups. So, team looking very, very good right now. Looking at the goalies here, Korpisalo made the All-Star game, so I figured he'd have good stats. 2.16 against with a .921 save percentage. That's very solid. Take a look at the AHL team goalies now, as well as the AHL team players. .923 save percentage with 2 goals against for Hallinan. That's actually insane. Take a look here to see the leading scorer in the AHL is Ovechkin, the guy we signed, 83 overall now, so he's gone up by 2. He was an 81. That's awesome to see. 31 points there. DeMayo's got 30. Both these guys, though, which kind of sucks, they're on, like, they have to go through waivers, so I just kind of left them in the AHL. Don't want to risk losing them or having them just sit out a year if they end up being scratched in the NHL. Artukin there looking good. Tikhonov, Vejdemo, and then everybody else there kind of less than 20 points. But AHL team's also looking very good. I'll take a look at where they are in the entire standings. I think they're first in the division. Yeah, 52 points. Only 1 point ahead, though, of the Rampage. So both teams are, like, doing very good, but they have another team right behind them in their division. And that's actually good for second place in the league. Cleveland Monsters, 63 points. So, like I was saying, I'm very happy with both teams right now. But a month away now from the trade deadline. See if we can make some moves here. Help us with the cup run. And then after that, just kind of see what happens with the playoff simulation. So I just started the February sim, and as you guys can see, Korpisalo got injured. He's out for a month with a mild concussion until March 1st, so that's really going to hurt us. Hopefully, though, if we can just have like a decent month, even go like 500, we should still be okay in making the playoffs. Right here, we're getting a trade off from Edmonton for John Merrill in their 3rd round pick. We have to give them our 1st round pick, though. Really don't think it's worth it to get Merrill. Our defense is pretty solid. He's an 84, so he'd be on the bottom pair. Definitely not worth it. Getting another trade offer here. This one's from Ottawa for McNabb. They want a prospect there with top 6'4" potential, which is pretty good, and a 3rd round pick. McNabb would have to be at least an 85. Even then, he's an 84. So this Jonasu guy, top 6'4" potential, I'd rather hold on to him. Getting offered another defenseman in a trade here. Minnesota's offering us Schuster for Cassian, who's actually, I think, our best defensive prospect. Top 4D potential. Yeah, 1st round pick. I think I'm going to hold on to him, depending, of course, how good Schuster is. Yeah, 83. I am not trading a top defensive prospect for that. And we're now at the trade deadline. As you guys can see, we have a record of 37, 18, and 8. Korpisalo should be back within the next couple of days here. We actually didn't do too bad for the month of February without him. A little bit more losses than usual, but obviously still a pretty good overall record. AHL team 26, 14, and 9. Fan happiness there is still decent. Check where we are in the division. Like I was saying, I'm going to try and make a couple trades. We're actually still first there, 82 points. Point behind us, though, was San Jose, and then 2 points behind us in the Flames. So, our forward group's really solid. Like, if I was to make a trade, it'd be a big trade, which would probably mess with the chemistry, as we'd have to trade, like, at least 2 guys kind of to, like, upgrade one spot. As you can see, like, we could upgrade Poirier, maybe. That's a 4th line right wing. Upgrade Velarde, maybe. But other than that, like, the team is pretty set. Defense, too, is looking really good. Like, maybe we could upgrade Graham there, send him down to the AHL, and, like, get a better, 6 defenseman. But other than that, the team is pretty much ready to go. Looking through the trading block, guys, there's a couple decent players I like to try and get. Edmonton has Lucic on the block, still 88 overall winger, even though he's 34 years old. 1 year left. He'd kind of be perfect down the first line. Probably just make Poirier a scratch. A lot of value, though, so it'll depend how much we have to give up to get him. Florida also has Brodin on the block, another guy with 1 year left. He'd be pretty solid on, like, the second pair. He'd just push out that 183 on our team to, like, a scratch player. Other than that, though, that's really it. But I think both those guys, if we could get both of them, would be huge. Another thing here, Pittsburgh has Kessel, Malkin, and Crosby all on the block. I'm not going to try and trade for any of them, though. They're all very expensive. They all have term left outside of Malkin, who's only an 85. And they're all 35 plus, which means they'll probably retire very soon. I just kind of thought it was funny. Pittsburgh has Crosby, Malkin, and Kessel all on the block. So we'll see what we have to give up for, I think, Lucic first. And then if it costs too much to get him, we'll try and get Brodin. But I think both of them would honestly be big additions to the team. Right here, guys, is the trade I came up with to try and get Lucic. Obviously, very solid winger. Probably play on the first line for us. Going to give them our first round pick. This unsigned goalie with starter potential. Obviously, Korpisalo is still pretty young at 28. I'm sure we can find another starter goalie potential in the next couple of years in the draft. Varlamov here, 22 years old, 74 overall, so he's okay prospect. And then a couple unsigned prospects there, each with top 9 floor potential. They actually wanted some better unsigned prospects. I don't really want to get them up, though. Like Remy Morris here was our first round pick last year. Cassian and Jensu are both look really good. Rather not to give them up. In regards to the first round pick, though, if you guys forgot, we actually have Islanders' first round pick as well, which should be higher in the draft as we're currently like first in NHL. So I'd love to hold on to that pick and really make that Strome deal even better for us. So we'll see what they say to this trade. It's about even. 3 of the 5 things they want. They don't want Lucic. Here we go. Trade accepted, so that's awesome. Like I was saying, I'm going to try and trade for Brodin now as well. I really like the fact we were able to get Lucic, 88 overall winger, without giving up anyone from our NHL team, as well as any of our top prospects. So we gave up a first-round pick, and then some of like our lower-end prospects. It's a great trade for us. To get Brodin, though, I'm not really sure what assets we have left. Like I was saying, I really don't want to give away any NHL players and ruin the chemistry. Also, I'd rather not give away a top prospect for rental players. So we'll see if we have the assets to get Brodin. If not, I'm okay with that. So I'm looking at the assets we have that Florida wants, and none of these guys really want to trade them. Even like this Sandsficon guy who's in the AHL who we just signed. 83 overall, making like $950K for the next 3 years. That's a great contract. Rather not give him up for a rental. Especially too, it gives us the added depth behind Graham if one of them does get injured or somebody else higher in the depth chart. Poirier we could trade now that we have Lucic, but obviously he's good in case anyone gets injured. Peros looks to be promising. Ovechkin even looks to be pretty solid. He's 83 overall now, so... outside of our first round pick from the Islanders, which I do not want to trade for rental player, I don't think we have the stuff to get Brodin, so just going to have to go, I guess, with the team how it is now, with the addition of Lucic, which I think is a huge addition. I'm going to take a look at the lines now with him in there. Team should be, very dangerous going into the playoffs. So here's a look at the forward lines with the addition of Lucic. That first line there is very solid now. Lucic, Barzal, Nylander. Second line, Palmieri, Strome, and Benson. Third line there, Andronov, Draisaitl, Connor. Fourth line, we have Seabrook, Velarde, and Strome. So a lot of good winger depth there. Defense is the same, and like I was saying, scratch right now is Poirier, so if anyone gets injured, he'll sub in. Korpisalo should be back in the next couple days, and then obviously in the AHL, still we have a lot of depth. DeMayo and Ovechkin we can call up once we're in the playoffs, as there's no more waivers, so that's good to see too. And then defense, of course, we have that Sanficon guy, even Day and Peros are now 80s, so a lot of depth in the AHL we can use. I think we're going to make a nice run at the Cup. Also, I wanted to show you guys the ratings for both teams. AHL team, 84 offense, 85 defense, 64 goaltending. I think that has to do with our backup being like some random, as we called up the one goalie in Korpisalo's absence. And the NHL team there, 96 offense, 93 defense, 82 goaltending. I think that's normally like a 91 or 92 goaltending when Korpisalo's healthy. So still, that offense and defense rating are very high. Once Korpisalo's back, I can't wait to see how good we play. So we just finished the regular season with a record of 48, 24, and 10. AHL team there, 36, 18, and 10. Still have a few games to go. Fan happiness currently at 71. Not sure why it's so low. Might have to do with because like the arena and all that stuff needs repaired. Not any more money, but I don't really know. We'll see where we are in the division. 106 points, so over 100 points back-to-back years. Awesome to see. Won the division. No Zed there, so we might not have won the conference, or we might just have to wait like a couple days. If there's other teams with games to play. We'll take a look here and see what the case is. So yeah, we have 106 points, first in the Pacific. Western Conference, though, we'll take a look. Dallas actually won there, 111 points. They had a great year, really good second half, too, to pass us. And they also won the President's Trophy there. So the 4 best teams in the league are all from the West, and 3 of the 4 are from the Pacific. So it's going to be a tough playoff matchup, no matter who we get. Also, guys, right here's a look at the leading scorers. As you can see, Nylander there. First on our team with 77 points, 82 games. Pretty solid season for him. Barzal there at 73. Olas, 64 as a defenseman, just a beast. Benson 62, injured right now, unfortunately. Strom at 61, Palmieri 55, Graham at 46. He's looking very good, 85 now. Andronov there 42, Drysdale 39, Liljegren 38, starting to come along. Connor 36, Lucic 36. I'm not sure, how much was on our team or the other team. He's also injured now till like May 4th, so probably like the second round of the playoffs. Kind of sucks missing him and Benson. CC 33, Seabrook 28, Strom 25, Florida there 22, Poirier 21 in 63 games. That's pretty solid. Dumba 19, not much of a score, I guess, in this game. Vanden Bush 13, and then all the guys we called up. So pretty solid, though, overall. Looking at the goalies now, too. Korpisalo, 2.29 goals against with a .917 save percentage is pretty solid. AHL goalie here, Hallinan, 2.22 goals against, .917 save percentage, so also solid. We'll take a look here at the AHL players, see who's kind of leading the team there. Ovechkin, 55 points, 64 games. Artukin, 54. DeMeo, 53, so kind of what I expected. Rest of the guys there just chipping in. I'm also going to take a look here and see where the AHL team is in the standings. 36, 18, and 10. Kind of a guaranteed playoff spot, I think. Yeah, first place in the division there, 82 points. We'll see where we are in the entire league, though, compared to all the other AHL teams. Third place, with 10 less games played, though, our win percentage is actually very close. So if we win those last 3 games, we could even win the AHL. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. And as you guys can see here, we did win our division, which got us the 1 owner goal and an extra 20K, so not too bad. So in the first round of the playoffs here, guys, we're matched up with the LA Kings. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully we can at least get past the first round. I hate first round exits. First game here, Sadikov scores for them, makes it 1-0. Nothing in the second period there. We get one from Andronov. Unfortunately, though, Martinez and Spooner each score for them, giving them a 3-1 lead. So down 1-0 early. Like I was saying, I never liked that, but hopefully at least we can win this series here. I think we have a couple people injured right now in Benson and Lucic. So Lucic should be back by the second round. Benson, I think, is coming back sometime during this round. I'm not exactly sure, though. Second game here, Barzal and Doughty each score, so it's 1-1. Spooner, Palkin, and Draisaitl, 3-2 for them. And then Poirier there ties it up, going to OT now. Shore there, though, with the OT winner. So down 2-0. Not looking good. LA versus LV here. Let's see what happens in Game 3. Velarde there lost morale because ice time. Not sure why. He should be playing at least like 4th line, which he's been playing all year, but whatever. So Game 3 now, going to LA. Need to get a win here. If we go down 3-0, pretty much all over for us. First period, nothing. Second period, Santella scores. And third period there, Martinez and Santella gets another one. So down 3-0, no Lucic, no Benson, pretty much all over. I'm kind of upset. This like always happens to me. I trade for Lucic at the deadline, and he's injured in the first round of the playoffs. Every time I trade for somebody like a rental, they always end up injured. It's just so stupid. So as you guys can see, going to Game 4 now, AHL teams actually matched up with... So as you guys can see, we're going into Game 4 now. AHL teams actually matched up with the Stockton Heat in their first round of the playoffs, so hopefully they can win theirs. Hopefully at least we just don't get swept here. Even if we lose in the first round, I just do not want to get swept. That would just be a terrible way to end the season. First period, Toffoli scores. Second period, Strom gets 1, Hayes gets 1. So we're down 1 period to go. There we go. Big third period. Graham, Velarde, Connor. They did not want to get swept. So there we go. 4-2 win. Maybe we can rally back from here. Win the next 3 games straight. I highly doubt it happens, but it would be pretty crazy if it does. So Game 5 here, going back to Las Vegas. Would love to get a win at home. First period here, Barzal and Spooner score. Second period, Palmieri. Third period, Spooner and Draisaitl get the 3-2 win there. So there we go. Maybe there's a chance. 1 game away from tying it up. Once it's tied up, it is anybody's series. So gotta win another one here in LA. We can do it though. 4-2 win, 3-2 win. We've been playing pretty good hockey. Tyler Benson's back now. That's huge. Definitely helps us out. If we can get to the second round, get Lucic back on the team, you never know. Here we go. We need a third win. First period, nothing. Second period, there we go. Poirier, Graham, Andronov, huge second period. Third period there, Shore gets 1. 3-1 win. We were back in it. I thought we were done for sure after going down 3-0. So obviously Benson's return's huge, and he's injured already until May 12th. What a joke. So Benson's gone. He came back for literally 1 game, but we were able to get a couple wins without him. Game 7 now, at home in Las Vegas. Can we pull out the win? I just noticed the AHL team swept their first series 3-0. So here we go. First period, Palmieri gets 1. Second period, Draisaitl, come on, big third period. Nylander gets 1, Kopitar gets 1. We get the 3-1 win and the reverse sweep against LA. That is insane. I can't believe we pulled that off. So going to the second round now, Benson's hurt until I think May 4th, so he might not be back till the end of the second round. Lucic should be back soon though. Got Calgary though in the second round. Going to be a tough matchup for sure. First game here, first period, nothing. Second period, no score. And third period there, Kachuk gets 2 goals. giving them the win. So Kachuk had a very good game. But we went down last series 3-0 early, so I'm going to hold out hope this time. If we can get both both Benson and Lucic back in this round, that would be huge. And as you can see right there, Lucic is back. So we made it back in time. We're still in the playoffs. This could be a huge addition. Makes our first line that much better. So here we go. First period, Barzal gets a goal. Second period, Poirier and Hamilton each score. Third period, Strome and Bomo. So we get the 3-2 win there, tying up the series 1-1. That's awesome. So going to game 3 now. Series tied up 1-1. Lucic is back, which, like I said, should be a huge boost for us. So third game here, first period, 1-1, Strome and Sushko each score. Second period, they get a goal from Goudreau. Third period there, Connor scores for us, but also Nyquist scores for them. They get the 3-2 win, so that's okay. We're still in this one for sure. Only down by 1 game. We came back from a lot worse in the last series. Tyler Benson, I think, has like 8 days left on his injury, so he might be back in time for Game 7 if there is a Game 7. If not, if we're moving on or if we're to the playoffs. He'll be back for the third round, whether we're there or not. So game 4 here, down by 2, Hamilton and Goudreau each score. Dumble gets a goal there in the second, so we only need 1 more here in the third. Seabrook scores, unfortunately, Kachuk gets another, making it 3-2. Kachuk's been awesome for them, just basically scoring at will on us, especially in the third period. So we're now down 3-1, 3 games left. Backs are against the wall again, but I think we can get it done. Win the next 3 games straight here, at least win 2 games straight, and force that 7th game. Benson comes back, maybe that boosts the team morale. We can pull out the win. So here we go. Seabrook there opens up the scoring first period. Second period, Palmieri scores, Nordstrom though, and Goudreau scores for them. So 2-2. And then Strome and Velarde there get it done in the third period. These guys just do not quit, do not give up. I love it. Big 4-2 win there. Going to game 6. Benson could maybe even be back for game 6. It's going to be close. It depends if he... There we go. Tyler Benson's ready to come back. So best lines, he's back in the lineup with Lucic. Maybe that is like, the return we need. Here we go. Game 6 in Calgary. Can we force game 7? Barzal in the first period. Wow, huge third period. Goudreau, Bennett, Monahan, basically like their 3 best players, get it done. We need a big third period now to answer back. Here we go. Monahan gets another one. So unfortunately, could not get the comeback to happen. 2 series in a row, but we did play pretty good. Back-to-back years now, Calgary has knocked us out of the playoffs, this time the semifinals last year in the conference final. Also, I just noticed Tyler Benson is injured again. So he's came back from injury twice and got injured immediately both times. Not sure what's up with that, but overall, pretty good season. AHL team here I actually wasn't even paying attention to. I think they lost, though, 1-2-3. Oh, no, they're still in it, so we'll see what happens with them in the second round here against the San Jose Barracuda. And they're actually going to... they get kicked out, too, in the second round. So 2 second-round exits, not too bad. Obviously, I was hoping for a Calder Cup and a Stanley Cup, but this is decent. Hopefully, again, we can have a really good season next year. Olas needs a huge deal, though, so it's definitely going to hurt our salary cap, but we have a lot of young players on the come-up, so we should be okay, I think. So let's look at the draft lottery results for this year. Detroit there at the first overall pick. I can't believe Detroit is still bad. They haven't turned it around yet. Unfortunately, 2 Islanders made the playoffs, so we don't get the lottery pick from them, but it hopefully is higher than our pick. That would suck if it's not. As you can see here, too, we failed both other owner goals. Win the Stanley Cup, unfortunately, didn't happen. And to have the 85% concession fan happiness also didn't happen. Not sure how close we were to it, but we did not hit the 85%. And now, guys, we're taking a look at the retired players for this year. We shouldn't have anybody on our team, and we don't. So we'll take a look here at the entire NHL. As we get further and further into this franchise mode, just kind of bigger names start retiring. Patrice Bergeron there is retiring at a 78 overall. Ton of games played, though. Andrew Ladd, Dubinsky, Marchand, Frolic, Brown, Pouliot, Bailey, Vlasic, Hagelin. So actually nothing, too crazy this year. I was expecting maybe one of those Penguins to retire that were on the block, either Crosby, Malkin, or Kessel, but all 3 are still playing. Goalies here we'll see who's retiring. Jonathan Quick, that's a big name. Varlamov, Bernier, Grease, Hammond, Hackett, and that's about it. So really no 2 big names this year. Jonathan Quick and Bergeron are the only 2 big names that retired. So going to the draft now, we still have that first round pick from the Islanders as well. I think we have a third round pick, some fourths, and some fifths. Hopefully we can have a good draft again. Last year I think it went really well. We'll see here where our pick is. So pick number 22, not too bad. I want to see where the other pick is. Our pick, I guess, would be the Oilers pick, so number 25. So we definitely did get the better pick here at the Islanders pick. Only 3 better, but still, it's better. So before we make our pick, guys, I want to take a look at the top picks here. Detroit gets McMuffin. I love the name. Medium elite offensive defenseman. Gauthier there, medium elite. Lyles, medium elite. Sweat there for the Oilers, medium elite. Same with Kong. Any more elites? Brosnan gets one there at number 8, so that's a pretty good pick. Looks like that was the last one, though. So if we can get lucky here and get an elite at number 22, that would be crazy. I doubt it happens, though, so even like a top 6 would be solid. Pushkarev here is a top 6 power forward winger. Kelly there, top 6 sniper. So, I mean, we already have a couple snipers. I think I might go with this Pushkarev guy just because he's higher up. From Estonia. Dude's probably even better than that. I mean, who really scouts Estonia? Here we go. How good is he? Medium top 6. I'll take it. So our next pick wasn't until the 25th pick in the 3rd round. A couple medium top 6Ds went before us. A starter goaltender there. Top 9 forward. So still some pretty good stuff available. Wouldn't mind actually drafting a goalie as we just did trade the one that we had. This defenseman here, completely unknown. Maybe I'll take a shot at him. Bomb 6 forwards there. Medium 7th Ds. Backup goalie, 4th/5th. So maybe I'll take him with one of our 5th round picks. Exact here, there's a top 9 forward available and a top 6D. I think our D prospects are pretty good. Let's take the forward here in Delmore. Top 9. That's pretty solid for the 3rd round. Next pick here is actually number 9 in the 4th round. So there still should be some good stuff available. There was some good stuff with our last pick there. Let's go to the exact again. There's this top 6D, 4th/5th round. I don't mind him at all. Let's see, medium top 6. That's a very solid pick. Next pick in the 4th round here is pick number 25. Top 9 forward just went before us, and a starter goaltender there in Hoffman. So, would love to get another starter goaltender here in the 4th round. That'd be a really good steal. Let's take a look here at goalies. Just see what's available. Okay, those are the only goalies left, and apparently they're all like fringe AHL goalies. So, might have to just wait on one of them for like a much later pick and get lucky. Bomb 6 forward high, exact bomb 6 forwards there. So let's just take this guy, maybe Abney, and hope he's like a top 9. And he's a low top 9, so not too bad. Next pick here is pick number 9 in the 5th round. We'll see what else is available here. I think there was a couple bomb 6 forward exacts that were left. They're still there. We'll take these guys. I guess we'll take the one that has low interest. Maybe he's a top 9 as well. Medium bomb 6, not too bad. Pick number 25 now in the 5th round. Looks to be like it's all bomb 6 forwards that are getting drafted here. We'll see if the other one's still available. He is too, Tarnaski. So I'm going to take him, and I think I'll try and get a goalie with our 6th or 7th round pick. Just kind of hope for the best, and maybe the goalie's better than we expect. So pick number 25 here in the 6th round. There's still some bomb 6 forwards getting drafted, but we've drafted so many forwards, either defenseman or goalie at this point. There's an exact AHL top 2D, which is okay. There's a fringe goalie there, but it's exact. So, I mean, he could be like a medium backup or something. There's a chance, but probably not. I'd like to take a goalie here, like I was saying. AHL other goalie, AHL extra goalie. They're just kind of all like over the place, really. This guy, though, is high AHL fringe goalie, so he could be a bit better than that. Undrafted. Okay, we'll take him with our next pick. We'll see what we can get here with this pick. We'll go potential there, AHL top 6 forward. 2 unknowns. Let's go with the unknown Canadian sniper, just for the heck of it. And he's AHL Palm 6, not very good. Our last pick in the draft here, pick number 25 in the 7th round. Another good goalie went there to San Jose, medium backup. I think they've taken like 2 or 3 solid goalies now. We'll see here. AHL fringe goalie, I might just take him. Or I can take that Festerling guy who's got high AHL fringe, so he could be a bit better. Let's see here. Just kind of look at their stats. 4, 5, and 1.5 puck control. That's not good. Take a look at this guy here. 4.5, 4.5, 2 puck control. So let's just go with the high hybrid. Let's see how he is. Festerling, low HL starters, so that's okay. So before we get to the re-sign phase, I want to show you guys the awards for this year. As you can see, 2023 Stanley Cup champions are the Toronto Maple Leafs. All you Toronto fans should be happy about that. I think that's the first time they won the Stanley Cup in this franchise mode. Yeah, it looks like it is. Ottawa, though, won it twice somehow. President's Trophy winner there, the Dallas Stars. We were just like, what, 2nd place, a few points behind them. Calgary Flames there, Clarence Campbell. Still went to the Stanley Cup back-to-back years. Won the Western Conference back-to-back years as well. 3 times in the last 4. Calgary is very good now. And LA there's got the other 2. So it looks like they're the 2 best teams in the West. No one else really competes. Hopefully we can get into that conversation. Prince of Wales there, of course, went to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Player awards here, Crosby with the Art Ross and the Hart. Don't know why he was on the block winning the Hart and the Art Ross. I just noticed, too, Olas there with the James Norris. Look at that. That dude is a beast. He won it in his rookie, or while on a rookie deal, too. He's about to get paid. Like, look at the other names there. Carlson, Doughty, Klingberg, Subban. He's, like, probably the best draft pick I've ever had, honestly. Kane there with the Lady Byng. Smith with the Calder for Detroit. Matthews with the Conn Smythe. Demko with the Vezina and the William M. Jennings for Vancouver. McCabe with the Bill Masterson. Eakins with the Selke. Crosby with the Ted Lindsay. And then Tavares there with the Maurice Richard. Taking a look now at the AHL awards. Calder Cup went to San Jose Barracuda, who beat us, so that's not too bad. We won the regular season champions. As well, we won the Western Conference in the regular season, and we won our division as well. So I guess if you win the entire AHL, you get 3 awards. There's an award per division and per conference. Kind of weird. Player awards here. We'll see if we won anyone on our AHL team, anybody at all, and no AHL awards. That's okay. I'm glad at least we got the James Norris there from Olas. That's pretty sick to see. Resign phase next. He's going to get a new deal. Hopefully no one else really needs to get paid. Otherwise, it might be in a bit of a sticky situation. So we're at the resign phase now. As you guys can see there, we have just under 14 million in cap space. All of our centers are locked up. Velarde there. Morale's down for no reason. Not really sure why. Vegemo's 27 now. We can let him go. This dude here, Laflemme's 20 years old, 6 overall. He'll probably be the AHL first line center. We'll give him a deal there. 925K. Chittle's 23, 75 overall. I guess I can give him an offer. 750K for 1 year seems fine. This guy's 72, not quite good enough yet to make the AHL team. Left wings here. Lucic, obviously, is a UFA. I don't think we're going to have enough cap to sign him, though. DeMeo here, 2041. Wants like 950K for a year. I think I can give him that. The rest of the guys that are locked up. You can see Strom's morale is also very low. I think he must have been getting scratched during the playoffs, even though I would have rathered it being Poirier, so that's kind of my bad. Palmieri's also a UFA now, needs a new deal. I don't know what to do with him. I don't think I can afford either of them. I feel like Olas is going to command so much money. Plus with Seabrook down to 86, I think, you know what, Palmieri 32, I can afford to let him go. Lucic I'd like to bring back. I don't think I'm going to have the cap space to do it, though. All the right wingers are actually signed, except for the ones that are too low rated. So Olas here, this is really where all of our money is going to go. 8.4 million for 4 years isn't too bad, considering he's 93 overall, 21 years old. It gets pretty expensive there at the 8-year mark. 4 years, 5 adds like, you know, what is that, 50,000, and he's probably going to be just as good still. 6 years, 7, so that's where it gets really expensive. Let's go 5 years then, and see if he takes like an 8x5. That would give us, what would it give us? It would give us 5.5 million to possibly sign Lucic, which would be awesome. Also, as you guys can see here, CC, Dumba, Vandenbush, Graham, Liljegren, Sansfcon, or whatever his name is. We have 7 83 plus defensemen, so if I really needed to, I could trade one of Dumba or CC, probably Dumba, as I think he performs worse, for like a forward or just a pick even, to get some cap space to sign a forward, as I think with Olas on the top pair with one of these two, 284s on the second pair, 283s on the third pair would be good enough. Sean Day needs a new deal. He's kind of always an AHL guy for us. Doesn't want a two-way contract, which kind of sucks, so he'll be taking on the cap from him. So I'm just going to give him a qualifying offer, as it'll be two-way, and I don't think anyone's going to like come in over top of us. This guy here, 825K, 79 overall is pretty solid. 73s aren't good enough yet to get signed. Goalies here, Korpisalo, 1 year left at 9 million. Saros there, 1 year left. Hallinan needs a new deal. Decent AHL starter for us. We'll give him 825K for 2 years. Get a new goalie, I guess, next year instead of Sanders. AHL starter there, probably never going to get signed. So we have 5.5 million or so to sign Lucic. We'll see how much he wants. He wants 6.6 for 2 years. 35 years old. He's going to retire soon. His potential there is exact top 6 forward. It is very scary signing 35-plus-year-olds. I remember what happened with Jack Johnson. So I think I'm going to release him and just sign the best free agent we possibly can. Like I said, maybe trade a defenseman to give us a bit more money to sign a better winger. But honestly, I'm still pretty happy with the team. A lot of young players. We'll see what we can do in free agency, but team should still be looking good for next year. So as you guys can see, DeMeo accepted our offer. Same with Laflemme. Olas did. That's huge. Hallinan, Heiskanen, Schittle. So I think that's everybody. Like, we didn't actually have that many contracts to sign. Like I was saying, I think the two big guys outside of Olas were Lucic and Palmieri, and we let both of them go. So it says 4.2 million. It should really be a lot more than that. I'm just going to kind of look through here. So the 73s I don't think are quite worth signing. Sean Day has a qualifying offer, and then, yeah, everyone else is signed. So 4.2 million to try and bring in a forward. Like I said, I might trade a defenseman. Maybe actually I'll keep Dumba and CC. Let me just look at this again. Olas, Dumba, CC, Graham, Vandenbush. Liljegren here is making 2.2 as an 83. He never really turned out either. For whatever reason, him and Patrick were just both busts for us, which sucks. Like that first draft, I thought, Patrick would be our future first-line center, Liljegren our future number 1 D, and they both didn't really turn out. Liljegren a bit better, but 2.2 million. I mean, this guy's the same overall, making 950K, so if these were our top 6, trade Liljegren, gives us like 6 million to spend on a forward. I think that might be the plan. Taking a look at the free agency market here, see what players are available. Really hoping there's a solid forward. Jonathan Toews on the market, 35 years old, 94 overall, still wants 10.5 million. Turris there, I'm not going back to Turris. Tanev, Palmieri, Lucic, the next best 2. Alzner, Muzzin, Eakin there. He'd be a very solid third line center, 32 years old. Remember, people were saying I should have signed him before. Defensive awareness is really high. If we sign him, though, we definitely have to trade away Draisaitl, who's playing third-line center right now. JVR is right there, 34 years old, 85 overall, exact top 9, so he's going to be getting worse. Really risky signing any of these players. Soshnikov's 84. He's not too bad, but I really don't think we need him. Honestly, just kind of looking at it. Fabry here, 27 years old, 84 overall. He's not really worth the money either. So I think I might just make a trade in all honesty, as I don't really see that much great stuff here in free agency. So I'm now looking at the highest potential two-way players. These two guys are pretty old at 25 and 24. This guy, though, Klein, 22 years old, 80 overall. Would love to have him on the team, so I'll give him the max contract there. Most likely be in the AHL, so it doesn't really affect it. Let's see, 22.74, low top 4D. That's also pretty good. We'll give him a contract offer. Love getting guys like this. 24.74. That's not really that great. Klaus, 20 and 71. That's really good. Blake there, 21 years old, 79 overall already. Would love to have him on the team. Don't know how guys like this get through the cracks. It must just be teams not re-signing them for whatever reason, or somehow they get good over the summer, like after not getting drafted. This guy here, Bembridge, 21 years old, 80 overall. Looks like another very solid player. I'm going to give him the max offer there as well. Just going to keep looking through here. 21.73, that's also really solid. We'll give him a deal here. When they're like that young and still like pretty high overall, you got to give him an offer. Right here, low top 9. It'll have to be pretty high rated for me to make this offer. Bird, 21.77 overall. That's pretty good. Same with Daikus there. I don't know if I'm going to have enough roster spots to sign all these guys. So let's see. Just looking at the top 6D. CU here, 20 years old, 75 overall. Medium top 6D. We'll give him an offer. A couple other teams interested there, as he's probably going to be very good. Let's see. 21-year-old, 80 overall defenseman in Hamuse. How this guy is available, I have no idea. I'm definitely going to have to trade away some of our worst players after I make all these offers. I'll have to make sure the guys sign with us. Morrow here, 20 years old, 73 overall. That's pretty good. Just going to see if there's any other high overalls. Low top 6. I don't see any, though. I'm going to give an offer to this Daikus guy here, 21.77, low top 9. I think he's going to turn out to be pretty good. Montreal also interested. Same with this Bird guy. So, a ton of contract offers there. I think there was 3, 4, let's see how many exactly. 5, 6. I think it's about 9 or 10 offers. So, I'm going to see how many contracts I have, and then just going to trade away however many I need to make sure all of them can sign. So right here, guys, an offer I'm making Carolina, trading them 4 of our worst prospects, which are honestly decent prospects. Like, that's how good our prospect pool is. Chittle's 23.75, which, as you can see from the guys we're signing, is not going to cut it. Same with 24.74, 24.76. Like, we're signing guys that are 21 and 77 overall already, with around the same potential. So, trying to get back a 4th, 5th, and 6th from Carolina, as well as a 4th next year's draft. The value's on our side. They don't want 3 of the 4 picks. The other 4th really shouldn't really matter. We'll see what they say. Trade accepted. So, a ton of picks there. Gives us the contract space that we needed to sign those guys. Still going to look into trading possibly Liljegren, and then maybe making another for a forward, or maybe signing one of the guys available. But first, we'll see which of those two-way guys accepts our deal. So, as you guys can see here, Blake accepted, 78 overall, top 9 forward potential. I think he was like 21. Hamuse accepted, 79 overall. Daikus accepted, Bird, Clow, Bembridge, CU. Bailey rejected. Roster is full, so I gotta remember his name. Klein also rejected because of the full roster. He was an 80, so I need to go back and get him. Same with Hasek. So 3 guys there we gotta go try and sign. So I'm gonna try and trade away 3 more guys that aren't that great, and then sign them, as they were all pretty good high potential players. So here, guys, I'm trying to trade 3 more of our players that are just kind of like the lowest value. Benda here, top 6D, but he's 23 and only 74 overall. Kavasha's 22 and only 75. Ovechkin's actually not bad, 81 overall, but he's 25 years old, so he's kind of going to be like an AHL first-line guy forever for us. So I'd rather move on from him and get a player that can potentially turn into an NHL guy. Trying to get Anaheim's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Values about equal. We'll see what they say. Trade rejected, so probably just have to take away the 3rd. Can probably add on a 5th, and maybe even add on a 6th, and maybe even a 7th if I really want to. Yeah, might as well just take the extra 7th round pick from them. I think we'll get it. Here you go. Trade accepted. So making another offer to Klein here, 22 years old, 80 overall. I do not want to miss out on him. I can't believe like another team hasn't already signed him. There's a couple other guys we needed to sign as well. I think Bailey was one of the other guys we needed to sign, 21 years old, 73 overall. Medium top 9 for potential, though. And I'm forgetting who the 3rd one is. I think it might have been Hasek, 22 years old, 74 overall. Low top 4D. I'm just kind of looking through here. We can only afford to sign 1 more. We only have the space, I should say. This guy's 22 and 70, 21 and 69. Really hard to say how it'll turn out. 21.74 there for Stahl. Low top 9.4 potential. Dumba's 21.73. Bunch of like 21 low 70s. So it's actually nothing too spectacular at low top 9. So I think I'm going to try and sign this Hashik guy. Looks like a solid defense. I'm going to give him 850k. And I think all three should be able to sign with us. I'm sure I probably changed one of the guys I was going to sign, but I forgot some of their names. So after this, I'm going to look into making a trade probably around Liljegren for a forward, or just Liljegren for picks and then signing a forward. Obviously, we're actually a few days into the free agency, so we'll see who's even available now. Bailey accepted, Klein accepted, that's huge, and Hashik accepted. So take a look to see what free agents are available still. If no one that great's available, we're definitely going to have to look at the trade market. Taze is still here, wanting 10.5. Palmieri's still there. Somebody signed Lucic. JVR is still there, Killorn, but they want way more money than they're worth, especially how old they are. They're going to start getting worse, and then you're just paying them way too much, and it's not worth it. Palmieri wants almost $8 million. That's just ridiculous. We have about $6 million to spend there, so let's look at the trade markets here and see if we can pull something off. So I'm looking through the trading block, guys, and there's a few all-stars available on the block right now. Montreal has Kopitar on the block, along with Carey Price. Price we don't need, we have Corby Salo. Kopitar would be pretty interesting, though. 90 overall center, 35 years old, so his value's not even that high. A couple other all-stars available. Flyers have Giroux on the block, 89 overall again, 35 years old, so his value's gone way down. Pittsburgh has all three of their best players on the block still, Kessel, Malkin, and Crosby. Crosby just won the Art Ross and the Hart last year. 2 more years, 8.7. If we could get them to retain 50%, he still has exact elite potential, which means he shouldn't drop in overall. All we'd have to worry about is him retiring. Malkin's an 84 now, exact top 9. He's definitely going to start regressing. He already has. Making only $3 million though, so it's not too bad. Kessel there, 87, exact top 6. So he might end up being like an 86 by the end of the year, but once you're 35 years old, any year they could retire, so it's really worrisome. Crosby though, I would love to trade for, just kind of for the heck of it. Imagine getting Crosby to Vegas. I'm going to go for it. So I had to sim to the end of the summer to try trading for Crosby, as it kept saying I was over the cap, even though I wasn't. Like, I was doing the math, it showed how much salary cap space I had. With them retaining 50%, I could have traded for him, just for a pick. I was also giving them Liljegren, and it still said I was over the cap, so I'm not sure why I was messing up like that. Simmed at the end of the summer, and now the trade will work, but of course he's no longer in the block, so I'm still going to try trading for him. Liljegren we do not need at all now. Our defense is just so stacked. We have so many prospects that are 83 now, just crazy growth over the summer. Liljegren's there. I'm also going to try trading Matthew Strome with him. His value is way down, or not his value, but his overall is at 77. Don't really feel like trying to get it back up. He was playing 4th line for us. We have other guys that can play on the 4th line. So I'm going to trade these two guys along with a first-round pick and hope it gets us Crosby. Obviously, they're actually taking on about $1 million more in cap space. They no longer want our first-round pick either. So this might be a hard trade to pull off, but it'd be worth it if they say yes. So we'll just take their worst player on their team, and we'll probably just flip them immediately after. Justin Schultz there. I don't want to take him, but this guy here, 25.70, low top 6, doesn't look too bad. So the trade value's on our side. They don't want to trade Crosby anymore, but they do want Liljegren and Strome. And our first-round pick obviously has some value. Here we go. Tammy gets Sidney Crosby. Let's go. Trade rejected. So they said that they didn't want to keep the salary on Crosby, and I just realized because we're trading them both Liljegren and Strome, we can actually do this trade without retaining any salary on Crosby. This year will be fine. Next year it might kind of suck, so we'll have to probably do another trade or whatever next year. But if it gets a Sidney Crosby, I am fine with this trade. Trading a defenseman that honestly isn't even in our top 6 anymore. That's how much our prospects have grown. Strome at a 77 is definitely not even a 4th line guy. First round pick, if it helps us win a cup, I am more than okay with giving up a first round pick. Here we go. Call up Graham, so the trade's accepted. We just got Sidney Crosby. So I'm now going to show you guys our lines heading into next season. With the addition of Crosby, we are absolutely stacked. I cannot wait to see how good we do. So first line here, as you guys can see, we have Tyler Benson, Sidney Crosby, and William Nylander. Awesome first line. Another thing too, never even noticed this with Benson. I did notice he had 3-star defense, 3-star physical. That's why he was always getting put on the top 2 lines. He's not really a bomb 6 guy. But look at his stats: 99 speed, 98 acceleration, 97 agility, 99 slap shot power, 99 wrist shot power. I didn't know his skating or his shot were that crazy, so we'll see what we can do with Crosby as his center there, giving him the puck. Seabrook's now an 88. This guy, I knew. This guy, like I said, was going to be a beast, and he's already an 88, 22 years old. Playing on a second line there with Barzal and Andronov. That's going to be a 6 second line. Connor, Draisaitl, and Strome on the third line. I actually made Strome a right winger now. Should play fine there, I think. Draisaitl's a bit slower, so that's basically why I decided to keep him as the center and make Strome the winger. And then 4th line here, we have DeMeo, Velarde, and Poirier. So pretty solid 4th line as well. Defense here is stacked. Olas, Ceci, Dumba, Graham, and then Vandenbush and Peros. So we actually got even better on D, after trading away Lundgren. 2 guys grew to 85, and Peros there grew to an 83. Goalies here, we have Korpisalo that started with Saros backing him up. He's now an 83 backup, so pretty solid. Taking a look at the AHL team now, as you can see, the forward group's pretty solid. 81, 79, 79 across the first line. 3 79s on the second line, 77, 78, 79 on the third, and then 77, 74, 78 on the fourth. So pretty solid group of forwards. Look how good our defense is in the AHL. 83, 83 as a top pair, 79, 81 on the second, and then 80 and 79 on the third. Like that AHL defense is unreal. In goal, of course, we have Hallinan and Sanders, 2 77s. AHL teams should just kill it this year. All these guys that are high 70s all have decent potential. They're all in their early 20s, so they should just be growing throughout the year. Wouldn't be surprised if like half of them end up being like an 80 or an 81. Really excited to see how good both these teams do. The fact too that we like added Crosby and we didn't really have to give up that much is just kind of crazy. AHL team here, 85 offense, 85 defense, 80 goaltending. NHL team, 96 offense and 95 defense, 92 goaltending. So like I was saying, I'm very excited for next year. We'll take a look here and see what the owner wants from us. His happiness there is amazing. I mean, after trading for the best player in the world, it should be. Say the team there, champion, wants us to earn at least 89% of the $25 million expected profit, win the regular season home opener, and then win at least 28 road wins, or 28 home games, or road games. Can't even talk. So I think those are all doable. We could probably get all 3 of those next year, but that's going to be it, guys, for this season. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up. I really like the look of the team. I think the team is the best it's been so far in this series. I mean, how can it not be with Crosby on the team, especially Olas too, the Norris Trophy winner. I can't believe the fact that we signed him, like we went from paying him $900K to $8 million, and our team got better. It's kind of crazy. So I'm really excited, as you guys can tell, for next season. Hopefully you guys are too. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for the next episode. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.